Hey there, Libra. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. I'm here to help you lead a spirit-led, whole and healed, peaceful and prosperous life. And Libra, you're up. This is going to be your March 2021 Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising astrological and tarot forecast for March 2021. Well, we've made it. We're exiting winter, entering spring. We are here finally at this time of rebirth and renewal, and all these, wonderful dreams and plans and ideas that we have had and that have come to us. All of this restructuring we've been doing now really for the last year, but really intensively over this past winter, fall and winter. It's now time for us to begin to see some actual manifestations, realizations of all of this intense planning and collaboration we've been doing, removing the toxic energy and allowing good, light, healthy, creative energy to flow properly throughout our entire being and indeed in our entire world. There's a couple of dates in March I want you to, of course, pay attention to. The first of which is March the 12th, which is going to be the new moon in Pisces. Now, this new moon for you, okay, while it's not directly opposing you, right? It does present itself as a quincunx. It's not in direct 180-degree opposition, but it is a quincunx, where in Pisces we're going to have a stellium. Okay, it's going to be the sun and the moon, of course, conjunct. That is the new moon. And then also conjunct those two as well within 2 degrees. Venus and Neptune are going to be conjunct as well. This could potentially bring up some kind of quandaries, right? Quincunxes are kind of like, I'm not sure, I don't know, I think I should. A little uncertainty during this time period. I want you to focus in less on the uncertainty and more on the certainty that is Mars in Gemini. Because Mars in Gemini is that divine, that actual masculine energy that helps us to communicate, sometimes in a much more forceful way than we might be used to, but it's going to help us be very decisive throughout this time of quandary for you, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? So I want you, the quandary about, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this really what I truly love? Is this really of my highest good and my highest purpose? And I know I need to, at the new moon, implement some intentions. I'm just not really sure, is this the right one? Let's rely more on that trining energy as well to help us be the tiebreaker, okay? Help us to be the decision maker. That Mars energy in Gemini. What's also, I believe, going to assist you is the fact that all of these planets are direct. We don't have any planets in retrograde at that point in time. And I don't believe throughout the entirety of March. This is going to be a fantastic, shall we say, planting / seeing some fruits of our labor, moving forward, being very direct, being very decisive, and trusting our higher self. We have to start using these energies, these astrological energies, less in a, shall we say, this only third dimensional. So only looking at how it's affecting our 3D self, and really only in looking how the spiritual side of us is affecting or playing into our 3D self. And we have to take this from a 5D perspective. So in other words, placing a greater importance, even with the personal planets, and probably most definitely with the personal planets, a higher importance on our higher self and less of an importance on the third dimensional self. They're allowing ourselves to be spirit-led by these transits rather than to be human-led. Understanding that they're going to affect our humanity, of course, as above, so below. But if you can start up there and then bring it down in, which is this age of Aquarius, this is where we're going, right? That if you can begin to do that, if you haven't already been doing that, but if you can do that and master that, then you're going to be fully in the energetic flow and less concerned about what you see around you. Now, also assisting you throughout all of this process is the stellium that still exists, that's trining your sun, moon, and rising in Aquarius. Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury are all direct, and they are all in Aquarius at the time of the new moon, excuse me. So your foundation changing, becoming more spiritual, more 5D, your foundation of where your set point is, raising itself foundationally, the big gifts, the big ideas, the big emotions, the big plans, and being excited about it. Libra, there's a lot of great and exciting things that are happening. So we need to be excited about that. And then Mercury, being the closest to the sun and gathering all that information, right? And gathering all that just like direction, and then being able to, through thought process and through spoken word, definitely put these things in, be able to expound on them, be able to verbalize them, be able to organize the thoughts in your head. And then with the Mars energy trining you in Gemini, that's going to greatly assist you. Now, let's also take a really quick peek at the other date that I want you to pay attention to, which is the spring equinox. The spring, yes, equinox. That is on the 21st of March. Now, the moon will start out that day in Gemini and then very quickly move off into Cancer, which is a square for you. When I'm looking at your sun, moon, and rising, looking at that particular chart, by that point, Mercury will have moved out of Aquarius, moved into Pisces. So it's there with Pisces and with Neptune in Pisces. So again, getting some more clarity about the ethereal, getting more clarity about the higher dimensional realm. But interestingly enough, at the equinox as well, what we're having then happen is the sun and Venus being now conjunct at 0 degrees Aries, opposing your sun, moon, and rising. And we still will have the Mars in Gemini. So at that point, that to me is that kind of, this is what we're really giving birth to. This is going to illuminate for you being in opposition. I take oppositions as it shows us like our kind of innermost feelings. It can show us our innermost fears. It can also display for us our inner, where we are really going to actually, thrive. Let's take that in that vein. Where are you going to thrive with that moon in Cancer? All about that self-care, all about I'm really wanting to find beauty and love and light and faith within myself, in my own universe, and then be able to project that to the external universe. So again, let's do the 5D with this energy and not, only focus on that third dimension. Now, I'm going to take us into the tarot. And I don't know why I don't set this up every time so that you all can see this. Cheese and rice. You'd think this is my first rodeo. Okay, we're going to pull 3 oracle cards, one from each of these 3 decks. This month I am using the Sacred Power Reading cards first. And this one. And then for this here, we're also using the Keepers of the Light again this month. The repeat holdover from last month. And then finally, we've got the Flower of Life, the Wisdom of Astar oracle cards. That's by Denise Jarvie. I really enjoy that deck. That she wrote down all of these messages that she channeled during her meditation times and things like that. And so they're beautiful messages. And I just really enjoy that. So we're going to pull that too. So let's get one card for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. One card, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have community, which is something that you definitely are really good at, right? With all the great collaboration. I feel like Libra, you guys are going to come into contact with and start working with some people, your tribe, right? Like your tribe is going to get more well-defined or found. And also, I feel very strongly that, if, depending upon what you're doing, entrepreneurial or career or in every area of your life, there's going to be some greater collaborations as some people are moved out of your space. And then the folks that are really good for you are then being elevated. So let's get a card here from the Keepers of the Light, please. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Yes. See? This is all of your higher self, man. I think some of you are actually even going to be contacted by or have the revelation of or channel more or new ancestors, new to you, like that you haven't worked with before. Your spiritual team is also changing and evolving as we move forward through this time. Here we go. Remember, okay? We have forgotten what it is like to truly feel. Sometimes we mistake any depth of feeling for sadness, any sense of the unknown for fear, and any sense of peace for boredom. Accept your remembrance, your awakening, and let it blossom within you, Libra. Allow it to enlighten and illuminate your magical inner world. We were just talking about that, right? Giving direct access to your expanded presence through a greater perception of oneness. There was and is a time when self, soul, and world were one, when you lived in peace with yourself and the world around you. The memory is there in your heart, your cells, deep inside, underneath what you think is real. Sit quietly and take a deep breath. Go within and whisper to yourself, remember, remember. This is even deeper than just your spirit, your soul tribe. This is like literally your spirit team. I see many more coming to you, many more ancestors, more guides coming to you, perhaps some additional angelic interactions coming towards you as well to elevate you in your 5D. Okay, to elevate you in your 5D walk, to elevate you in your 5D life. If you've not yet gotten an Akashic or Galactic Record reading from myself or someone else, you need to do that. You need to tap in to who you are at that level, because I honestly believe that there are more and more and more people, or should I say energies, that are trying to come in and work with you to elevate the game, to elevate where you are, to help you remember and put everything back together, reassemble, the aspects so that you can go forward in this year of change, 2021. You could be going forward in a high charged cosmic fashion, right? Like amazingly cosmic, amazing, like light workers. You need to get moving. And that's kind of been the theme all month. Coming towards you is Three of Cups. This Three of Cups, using the Light Seers Tarot over here. This Three of Cups definitely tells me collaboration. You are bringing to the table the Lovers in reverse. I didn't even know that card was in reverse. Let's see what that's going to be about. I typically don't read reversals. Energy that might be difficult for you, like present an obstacle, is Eight of Cups energy. Energy you're going to use to overcome that is going to be death or rebirth. Outcome or advice, please. The Tower. Three of Cups, who's coming towards you? Again, spirit, High Priestess. There you go. You're tapping into higher levels of self. Higher levels of self, higher levels of oneness, deeper understanding of self, and your spiritual team that is showing up in the ethers and here on this earth. They're coming. They're here. And they want to talk to you, and you need to tap into them during this time so you can launch yourself into purpose. Okay? Why is this Lover's reverse here? Ten of Cups. For some of you, you are realizing that some of the people that you have had in your world that you thought were going to provide this Ten of Cups energy you're ending up having King of Swords to really look at them, analyze the situation, cut them out when you need to. That's very Aquarian energy. That's very like, we're not you've served the purpose, and it's time for you, someone, to move out of this area. Also, I think that's also coming into this inner oneness time, this inner love of self, this inner trusting of who you are, an inner understanding of your divinity, so that you can move into the Ten of Cups energy, wish fulfillment, emotional and energetic fulfillment and stability. And again, that King of Swords, really walking the walk, talking the talk, really having a great understanding of who you are and your power and your authority. Eight of Cups, some of these people, it might not be easy for you to walk away from. Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, there's been some things that either took a downturn or they're taking a downturn right now. You've been able to like rely on that, like income or something like that from before. Like, it's always gone well. It's always manifested. For some of you, that it's no longer, it's kind of like dead weight. It's a dead anointing. It's gone. The time has left, right? And I think that's where this rebirth, this death and rebirth come in, because you're going to need to let some things die so that you can come into new collaborations, so that you can come into new opportunities to be, how can I put this? To be like commissioned to do new things. Like, Spirit is really literally, I hear for some of you, Spirit is saying, I'm commissioning them to the higher thing now. They need to leave behind the old and step into the new, step into who they truly are. Take the old clothes off and put the new on. Take the old armor off and put the new on. This is not a bad tower moment for you, but things are changing this month. You need to allow it to happen. Page of Swords. Again, new information, new communication, a new perspective, right? New ideas. Everything is being made brand new for you. Nine of Pentacles, so that you can be more individually fulfilled within the collective consciousness, and you're stepping into your like literal independence here. I think that's beautiful energy. This is a great change for you. And Two of Pentacles, it's going to bring you into greater balance. It's going to bring you into monetary balance. Your money is going to stabilize. The emotions, the relationships, all of that is stabilizing here in March. So be very clear on the intentions at the beginning of the month, so that you can fulfill that stabilizations towards the end of the month in the lunar cycle. Libra, that's what I have for you. Wow, that was a really powerful reading. I love that. Listen, I hope I've earned your subscription here, so please consider subscribing and hitting that bell button, so you can be notified when I put up new content, like my podcasts and things of that nature. So, and when I go live, whenever, I do go live from time to time. Also, I'm sure you've seen over here in this corner, 100 light workers for 100 days. That is the mandate, the mantra, the goal, the purpose that Spirit laid upon my heart a little bit ago. And we're in it and in full swing. Lightworker Academy is here to offer you the ability to launch into your purpose. So I'm calling all my Libra lightworkers. If you want to be considered for admittance into the Academy and the master class / the certification courses I have going on, there's a link down below. It's a Linktree link. Click on that Linktree link down below, and not only will you see my socials, but you'll see schedule a 15-minute call, and we'll chat and see if it makes sense for us to get you in. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.